welcome back to KTR Videos. So I have received a couple of requests for a very special Num Nom, and that is Bailey Bubblegum. So grab your stuff and let's get ready to draw her. Alright guys, we are going to start off, as always, with the bottom portion, which looks like a as I always describe it in my other videos, a long cloud, like an oval shaped cloud. So you're just going to do something like this, more or less. I'm not even following the picture. Okay, and then once we have that done, we're going to work on her face. And her eyes are squinted, both of them, so we just have to make a banana shaped here. Let me look here. Okay, kind of like this. So a curved line at the top and then a curved line at the bottom. And there you're going to have like a banana shape here. And then we're going to add the 2 eyelashes, as always. Okay, next we're going to add her nose, which is about here. And her nose is an upside down triangle, but without the sharp point, so it's rounded. So it'll look something like this. Okay, and then her next eye, actually let's go ahead and do her mouth, because her mouth is pretty simple. Just draw a straight line that eventually starts to curve up, like this. And then her next eye, we will jump over here, and her next eye is identical to the other one, so it's also closed or squinting. So we'll do another banana shape here. And once you finish with that, then go ahead and add her 2 eyelashes. Okay. All right, now we're going to draw her her head here, and it's gonna end about there where I marked, and then just kind of come up. Now it's not gonna be smooth because she's ice cream. I'm looking at this. This looks a little too round. I might have to fix that later, but anyway, let's go ahead and move on to this next side. It's gonna end about here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making my squiggly line down like this. Okay, so this is what the other one should look like. So I'm probably gonna fix that in a minute, but let's go ahead and just move on to making her bow, because we're actually just about done here. All right, so her bow is, the middle part of the bow kind of lines up with the nose. So it's gonna be about here, and we are going to make an oval shape. Like that, okay? And then the right side of the bow is going to be slightly smaller than the left side. So we're going to come out like this. It's almost like a triangle here, just without that tip. So, and it's rounded. So like this by the time you're done. And then we're going to add 2 lines in here. They're just little details that they have in the picture as well. All right, this side, same exact shape, but just a little bit bigger. So we're going to do the same thing, just come around, kind of like making a triangle here. Like that. And then go ahead and add the 2 lines as well in here. All right, guys, I guess all that's left is the ears. So to do that, now mine, I'm gonna have to get bigger paper, guys, because my ears are always getting cut off here. So anyway, we're gonna start over here where this bow is, and we're gonna come up. And they're basically ovals, you guys. I'm gonna come down here and start that other ear, because the right ear cuts off the second ear. So like that, and then come somewhere in the middle of that one and go upward to finish up that left ear. You know what, let me bring it up, make this one a little bit thicker here. Okay. All right, so it's basically ovals like that. And then make the inner ears, which are also ovals, or half ovals, like that. Alright guys, that is the ending of the drawing part of Bailey Bubblegum. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to color her along with me, go ahead and grab your stuff and let's go. Alright guys, the nice thing about Bailey Bubblegum is she doesn't have too many colors. As a matter of fact, I'm only going to be using 4. So the first one I'll be using is lavender, and this is just for shadowing, pink, a darker pink if you have it, and brown. Okay guys, we are going to start off with the eyes. So let's take our brown, we are going to trace her eyes and color them in. The more solid the color, the better your picture is going to turn out. So I do recommend you just take your time and color until it's nice and solid. Once I'm finished up with the eyes, I'm going to do the same thing with the nose. Just trace and color it in, as well as the mouth. Just trace that mouth to make it dark. And that's it for the brown, actually. So now I'm going to take my lavender and I'm going to trace this bottom portion of Bailey Bubblegum like this. And then I'm going to take my pink. This is not my darker pink, this is just my normal pink here. And I'm going to color it in until I get a nice color. Okay, once you're done coloring her in, then take your lavender and I'm going to add some shadow all along the sides and edges. Making it a little bit thicker on the sides and then just a thin part along the edges, just kind of tracing over the lines or just beneath them. And then add the little texture lines, which are just little squiggly lines to make it look like she's ice cream. Okay, from here we're going to take our lavender and we are going to trace her head now, like this and that. Okay, then take your pink, just your regular pink, and we're going to color her in. And I had to color her in about 3 or 4 times actually to get a nice solid pink color. So you can do the same if you'd like. You stop when you're happy. All right, now I'm taking my lavender and I'm going to add some shadow on the sides of her face and then just all along the edges, like at the bottom and stuff like that. So there, like that. And once you get the shadow done and complete, then just be sure to add the texture lines, like as I'm doing right now. Alright guys, today I am going to teach you a simple technique that you can use when you're trying to add glare to your pictures. So if you were to pause the video right now and look up a picture of Bailey Bubblegum, you will notice that she's pretty light in the center and a little bit at the bottom. So I'm going to show you how to do that using a very simple technique, and all you're going to need is one thing: a simple eraser. So go ahead and grab an eraser. Even the eraser at the end of your pencil is fine. I'll be using that later actually. And you're just going to erase wherever you see the glare in the picture. So just do a little bit and don't be nervous about this, meaning do press pretty dark. And I'm adding a little bit here at the bottom, all along the edge like this. Now it might look a little weird right now, but that's because once you're done doing that, you're gonna take your really light pink if you have it. And I didn't tell you about this because I wasn't sure if I was gonna show you this, but just lightly color it in like this. If you don't have a light pink, don't worry about it. You can just leave it as is or take your pink and just color lightly. All right, now don't forget, once you're done doing something like that, you need to go back and add those texture lines that we erased. And here at the bottom as well. And when you're done, it's gonna look something like this. So it looks like she has like a slight glare to her. And that's just one simple way of getting that effect. All right, let's move on to this bow, guys. Go ahead and take your lavender and trace it in. All right, and my camera stopped, that's why it's already jumped to that. Anyway, take your pink, and this is my dark pink, by the way, and color it in. This is my darker pink because her bow is a little bit darker than her body. So something like that, and then take your lavender again and just darken up the edges. That's all I'm doing here. Darken up the edges around the whole thing and those little details inside. Okay. Then I'm going to take the eraser on my pencil. I'm going to use my pencil this time because it's smaller and the bow's small. And I'm just going to add a little bit of glare at the top here, at the bottom over here, and then at the top on the right side, and at the a little bit here in the middle, and then at the bottom as well. So like that. And then I'm going to take my very, very, very light pink, lighter than the other two that I have, and I'm going to color it in or just leave it alone, up to you, like that, okay? And from here, let's jump up to the ears. The ears, I'm gonna be using pink, my dark pink, to trace them, not the lavender this time, because I just don't see a touch of lavender in the picture. So I'm taking my dark pink, the darkest one that I grabbed, and I'm tracing her ears, like this. And then using the that same pink, I'm going to color her ears in. So this is the darkest one that I have. Now I'm gonna do it lightly until I get the color that I want. And there it is. And then using my dark pink again, so the same pink for the ears. I'm gonna color in the inner ears and then just darken up the edges, like that. Okay, so just darken up the edges and that's it. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of glare to them. So I'm gonna take my eraser on the pencil, just something smaller, and I'm going to erase a little bit on the sides, a little bit at the top, like that, and over here as well, like that. And then when you're done with that part, then take your light pink if you have it, and then just color it in. Or leave it alone, or take your other pink and just lightly color it in. Like that. Alright guys, that is the end of the drawing and coloring of the adorable Nom Nom Bailey Bubblegum. I hope you learned a lot from this video, especially if that eraser technique was new for you. If you want me to do another tutorial for you, just leave us the name down below in the comments and I will try my best to get to it. Well guys, until next time, bye! Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out our Spanish channel.